my third or fourth time to Buena Vista, but this is either my 18th or 19th time back to Buena Vista. A great community, a community that needs a fair shot. You know, we just heard what the real difference in this campaign is all about. We have one candidate that's all about partisanship, all about attacks, all about tearing things down. I don't know about you, but the last thing Washington needs is somebody who couldn't even pass a budget when his own party controlled the legislature. The last thing Washington needs is somebody who left Virginia with billions of dollars of shortfalls that thank goodness, Republicans and Democrats came together and fixed. I'm proud of the bipartisan support I've got. Proud of the fact that the Republican Senate Finance Chair, the Republican House Appropriations Chair, long-term legislators that have served under both my opponent and myself are supporting Mark Warner for Senate. Strong support from Second Amendment supporters. I'm proud of the fact of support from working families. I'm proud of the fact that every newspaper in the state has said there's only one candidate with a comprehensive energy plan, one that will include, yes, alternative energy, nuclear, coal, yes, additional domestic drilling. You've got to put it all out there to make sure we no longer spend $600 billion buying oil from countries who are anti-American. We have an energy plan where in 24 months we can build 100 mile per gallon hybrid vehicles right here in America with American technology and American workers. See, one candidate that's got a strategy to make America more competitive, to make sure that working families can get by, raising education standards, increasing innovation, lowering health care costs, and a 21st century plan to invest in our infrastructure, roads, rail, broadband. Because whether it's Buena Vista or Danville or Lebanon, folks in small town Virginia ought to get the same kind of chances than folks who live in Fairfax County and major cities. We can make that happen, but it's going to take leaders who can actually find common ground. It's going to take leaders who've shown a demonstrable record of working with Democrats and Republicans. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of politicians can say a lot of stuff, and by the way, Jim, I look forward to debating you in 19 more days. I look forward to continuing laying out our records, because in this case, Virginians really do have a choice, because you've seen us both as governors. One governor left the state fiscally in the ditch. One governor left the state with a VDOT that was broken. One governor left the state where even the Republican legislature said enough. At the end of our day, here's how we left Virginia. Not my comments, independent validators. Virginia was named the best managed state in America. Virginia was named the best state in the country for business, because small business, big business, they create the jobs that drive our economy. Virginia was named the best state for a lifetime of educational opportunity, because our value add in the world economy is going to be a well-educated, innovative, entrepreneurial workforce. We made those investments. You know what, Jim? Another thing. I remember one of the things that I found most troubling, and again, Republicans and Democrats alike found troubling. When we came in, Virginia was sending back $56 million of federal money rather than signing up kids for children's health care. That didn't seem right to me. Didn't seem right to the Republican legislature as well. We turned that program around, signed up 98% of all of our eligible kids for children's health insurance. We have two very different records, two very different approaches to politics, because right now we need leaders who can find common ground. We need leaders, and I know everybody didn't like it, who are willing to go in, as I did last week, even at the Democratic Convention, and say at this point in our country's history, if an idea works, it doesn't really matter if it's got a D or an R next to it, because we need all Americans to put our shoulder to the wheel. Buena Vista, let me close with this. One, I hope I get to come back many, many more years. I look forward to this chance come January of '09 to get our country back on the right path. But one thing I hope we'll also remember, is that right now, beyond all the partisanship, our thoughts and prayers should be with our fellow Americans in the Gulf. This morning at our breakfast, we took a collection to send down to what I think will unfortunately be probably thousands of victims of Hurricane Gustav. So while we talk about our different policies and our different ideas, at our core we're all Americans. And what we've got to do, I hope each of us will spend a little bit of time, say a prayer for our fellow Americans. And I would challenge everyone here today, if we could perhaps take up a collection at the end of this, to go to support those fellow Americans in their time of need. Thank you. God bless you. Hope to see you.